pain. There was pain in my heart, and it completely melted away. Yeah. Pain or gravity or kind of heavy feeling. Yeah. And in a way, it kind of, I don't know, maybe the pain had always been there. I became aware of it when I started to do my kind of more intense practice. Then suddenly I realized, I'm in a constant pain. I have this constant pain. And then once, I noticed it, then it was always there. And then it was there for many years. And then it just one day went away. Poof.
And did anything change for you after that, or I mean, that is a change in and of itself, of course, but I was just curious how, if that affected you in any way.
Because it was this incredibly like release, of course. Yeah. And I mean, it's such a long time that I don't remember it anymore very freshly. But I mean, it's more than 10 years now when it happened. Um, but it was a major step for me. Step into being that, in the way of being in one's completely normal life and normal existence that I couldn't have imagined before, simply because it was so much more kind of coherent, united, one wholeness, like this whole being, and also so much less discomfort and stress. Yeah. I mean, I think most of us are extremely kind of well trained in being in stress, being in discomfort. Most of us are so well trained in these straining inner conditions like stress, mental pain, or dissatisfaction or discomfort, that they don't even notice it. They just take it as a normal way of life. I think this is the most common thing, at least in our modern world. I don't know if it has been a little bit easier for before time, like in older times when people simply lived so much simpler life. Of course, then they had different kind of problems, so and more kind of gross suffering, like horrible illnesses and no cures and all that stuff. Yeah, but at least I was completely kind of used to suffer in kind of basically feel a little bit ill, a little bit stressed, a little bit dissatisfied all the time. So that was the basic feeling. Of course, that is now I see that, of course, that is the kind of the condition that kind of what Buddhism calls samsaric condition. And the more you are kind of liberated out, I mean, the whole point of Buddhism, the whole point of Zen practice is to actually release that, to find a way of being a human being and live this life that is ideally completely out of suffering. You are completely free, completely relaxed, completely grounded, completely out of basically problems in the midst of the problematic and complicated surroundings of your life. So in that way, this is a very traditional kind of story. What happens if you really, when you are practicing Buddhism? I mean, yeah,